Hello, Spaniard Nation and UFC fans. I am here to preview UFC 126 going down February 5th live from Las Vegas. I'm going to preview the main card fights. First we have up Miguel Torres versus Antonio Bañuelos. Who's going to win? I am going to have to go with the Hispanic fellow. Get it? They're both Hispanic. Anyway, I'm going to go with Miguel Torres. He's had some rough patches lately. He seems to have found his stride once again. He's revived and refreshed. I think he's way too skilled and is going to overwhelm Antonio. Next up, we have Jake Ellenberger versus Carlos Eduardo Rocha. We've seen very little of Rocha, but what Ellenberger has showed us is that he is a great fighter. He's tenacious. He's not afraid to throw down, and I really think, even though we haven't seen a lot from Rocha, I'm guessing he's going to try to bring this fight to the mat. I think Ellenberger's wrestling is good enough, and he'll try to keep this on his feet and win it that way. John Jones versus Ryan Bader. This is kind of a telltale fight for both of these guys. John Jones has quite the hype train going, and Ryan Bader is looking to slam on the brakes, derail the hype train. Unfortunately for Bader, I see Jones being too dynamic for him. Bader's definitely going to have the advantage wrestling, I would think, but he's been a little bit prone to tiring toward the end of the fights, so I'm going to have to go with Jones on this one, and I'm going to go with Jones by stoppage in the third round. TKO in the third round. Forrest Griffin versus Rich Franklin. This is one of the most fights I've been anticipating for, in the last several years, I'd say. Forrest Griffin and Rich Franklin are essentially, in my eyes, the same type of fighter. They're both, and they've stated it before, they're really good at everything, but they're not great at anything. The one thing they're both going to do is they're going to come forward and they're going to punch and they're going to fight their hearts out. Unfortunately for Franklin, I think Forrest is going to be a little bit too big and powerful. You have an 85-pounder going up to 205. You have a 240-pound man cutting down to 205. I don't see anyone getting stopped here. I think this is going to be a decision win for Forrest Griffin. Lastly, and certainly not leastly, we finally get to see Anderson Silva take on Vitor Belfort. I'm a fan of both guys. Personally, my association with them, I have nothing bad to say about either one of them. I really think Anderson, the striking game is what it is here, and I think Anderson is more dynamic of a striker. He's got knees, he's got kicks, he's got elbows. Vitor has very fast, powerful hands, but I think I'm going to go with Anderson Silva here. Anderson Silva via decision. As I said before, they are my picks for UFC 126 going down to Las Vegas this weekend. Thanks, everybody.